Hello, everyone. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda. You ever smoked a pipe? I'll tell you, nothing better than smoking a pipe and a cigar, in my mind. Or some people would prefer marijuana or cigarettes or something else, but a pipe. Now, I don't smoke. Now, once upon a time, everyone's tried, well, I've tried marijuana and smoking cigarettes and pipe and cigars, and there's a time and place for everything. I don't have a desire to smoke today. But why do some people, or why do most of us, even pick up a beer or pick up a cigarette to begin with? Because we want to fit in. We want to, what's the word, be accepted. We want people to like us. Like us, right? Now, sometimes when people like us, it's not for the right reasons. You know what I mean? If you steal something, for instance, hey, I stole a bike or a purse, or you robbed a store and took some bubble gum, it really doesn't matter. And then people will like you for, ooh, that's Skoda, he's got it going on. I'm afraid of you. You know what's happening. And it may feel good for a moment, but then they're going to expect you to steal again, get into some more trouble, maybe a fight, do something really dangerous. And every time we go out, the expectations are a little higher. You might have stole some bubble gum as a kid, and then there may be a notebook, and there may be a Game Boy, and there may be a stereo, and there's some clothing. And the stakes get higher and higher, and the chance of being caught is definitely exponential with how many times you try it and give yourself a chance to do something wrong. You see, it's real life. We want to fit in. We want people to like us, at least respect us. As we get older, I don't care if anyone likes me, but damn it, they're going to respect us. Sure, we all say that. But it all started small. It's kind of why a lot of people say or think that marijuana is a gateway drug into other drugs that will cause some real psychological, physical problems in your life. You know that to be a fact or not. There's some truth to that. Before marijuana, it was a cigarette. Just one thing to another thing to another thing. Now, I talk a little bit about fashion, like my shirt, Ohio State Buckeye. Fashion, it's almost football season, and I come from the great state of Ohio, the Buckeye State, and I'm a real strong supporter of Ohio State University football. Or let me correct that, the Ohio State. They changed their name a few years ago, not Ohio State or Penn State or something else, but Ohio State. Little cocky, that's really confident, and I love it. I regret that though I'm from Ohio, I've never been to the Ohio State University. I've been there, but I've never taken a class, a course. And I tell myself year after year, I'm going to take at least one course so I can say I did there. I did it. I've been there. I have several degrees. I just never went to this school yet. Now, if you follow me for the last couple of years or so, you'll notice some of my fashion statement comes with hats. I like to wear hats, covers, whatever it is. This was given to me probably about 3 or 4 years ago from a Toastmasters friend of mine who invited me to give a speech at his workplace. He invited me to drive a couple hours south of here and do a presentation. I don't even remember what it was on, but I made a good enough impression where him and his wife selected this hat for me. Conductor hat, bus driver hat, train, whatever it is. And I don't wear it often. We get a time and place for everything. But I like it. And I appreciated that people there liked me enough to consider giving me something of honor. This is kind of a hat of honor. And I appreciate that. And I add it to my wardrobe whenever I can. It's one of those things I'm not going to have a wardrobe malfunction. So I think I'm good. I'm good, but you don't see me wear kind of hat very often. You're more likely to see me in some kind of fedora. I like this one. It's got the stripe, maybe the gangster look. It gives me a little confidence. But do we want to go everywhere with the gangster look? Do you always want to go with a beanie on her head or something way out there that not necessarily offends people, but gives people the impression that you're too hot to handle? Maybe your shit don't stink. Maybe you think you're better than everyone else. Of course, I'm better than everyone else. Well, that's not necessarily true, but it's good to feel that way. It's good to feel that you're accepted. It's good to feel that you're respected. It's good to feel that you can fit in. And even when there's no place for you to fit in, you find a way. You find a way in this world. Now, once again, get to my the Ohio State Buckeye shirt. It's a wonderful university, part of Pac-10, and number one in so many sports. But our biggest rivalry in football happens to be Michigan State University, Michigan, which is just next door to us, a little further north of our state, and we're tied with Michigan. And every time it's football season, we're just butting heads. And occasionally, I live in California now, not Ohio, and I do travel the world. I'll run into someone from Michigan. And once we find out you're Michigan, I'm Ohio, we have a general consensus, an agreement, you could say, is like, well, we really can't talk till after football season. Obviously, if you're passing in the hallway or the airport, you're going to have a little conversation. But those people, we really can't talk till football season's over. When the Ohio State beats you, then you can accept it again, and life will go on. Just a friendly rivalry, and it's a friendship. And I do have friends from Michigan. And it's very interesting because my brother, my old baby brother, a Army veteran, is a Michigan State fan. How does that happen? We had the same parents, a really good childhood, good upbringing. They both joined the military, and yet he chooses Michigan over Ohio State. Oh, woe is me. Where did mom and dad go wrong? You know what I'm saying? Well, we can agree to disagree. It's like Republican and Democrat. Now, there's some real foundational issues and the difference between them, but as far as friends and family, it's to get along. You don't have to like everyone. You don't have to accept everyone, really, and that's okay. But just respect and take turns giving each other the floor to listen to the issues. Huh? Biden's a good president, huh? Yeah, I don't think so. Obama was the best ever. Well, no, he's part of the problem we're having today. Um, But it's okay to listen, be respectful, and I do get a little irate when talking politics, so I try not to. I want to fit in. I want to be liked. I want to be respected, whether or not I smoke a fancy cigar or a pipe. See, I'm already getting mixed up. It's a pipe or it's a cigar. It's not a marijuana cigarette. It's definitely not a regular cigarette either. Now, I don't like the smoke because I don't like what's really happening in my lungs, and it's not really my thing. But I do like the smell if I'm walking somewhere or happen to be at a party or something. I smell that cigar. There's very few aromas that are meant for me. I still like the smell of. I guess we get a lot of that with food. There's so many sweets out there. Oh, I love it. But I know if I eat it, it's going to put weight on me. It's going to be bad for my digestive system. You can teach cancer. I don't know. Who really? Just recently, very recently, or real recently, my brother, not the one who likes Michigan, but the smart one, the smart one. Um, he was a Marine veteran, but he just had a pacemaker put. Now he's younger than me, just by 1 year. He's had heart and chest problems most of his life. But it took the doctors a long time to accept, and maybe because he moved from Ohio to California, well, roughly 7 or 8 years ago, you'd think they'd have it going on right now, but he would pass out or have chest pains or end up in the ER several times a year because of his heart condition. Breathe in, shortness of breath, get dizzy real easily, unable to hold a full time work because he can't stand or sit or focus very long, and breathing is part of it, but it comes from his heart. It doesn't pump roll. He always has low blood pressure. And you know what his quick fix is? Hot sauce. You grab a little bottle of hot sauce, have a couple teaspoons of that, and he's good, at least for a few hours. And sometimes that's better than antibiotics or other medications because, frankly, here in America, I believe is that we are over medicated on drugs, even prescription drugs that aren't really good and healthy for us. And they'll give you one drug to bring you up and another drug to bring you down because you're too up. or another drug to make you medium. I don't know how that works. I don't really care, but I'm very fearful of whatever gets jabbed into me, other immunization shots the government recommends, and what pills, especially we have statin pills, which are supposed to lower cholesterol and so many other things, avorstatins. Stay away from those. Those can really screw you up. I know the doctor, and I've used them too, and it helped my cholesterol go down really fast, my triglycerides especially. But long-term use, even short-term use, can really screw a lot of things up. Even if it's fashionable, even if it's the thing to do today, even if people tell you, don't worry, just be happy. I try not to worry. I try to be happy. I interview people on the show from time to time, but there's a timing. I've interviewed like 3 or 4 people recently, and you won't see those interviews till months later because of the timing. They don't want to put out right away. It could affect them running for office. Just a lot of things are going on. So even being fashionable, even if it's cool, wearing a gangsta hat or carrying even a big gavel. I got my big gavel. I'm very proud of a distinguished Toastmaster Joseph Skoda. I was District 33 director a couple years ago. Toastmaster. It means a lot to me. And when I was giving speeches or visiting clubs or different locations or doing some training, carrying a gavel around not to hurt anyone, not to hit anyone in the head, and not to show power, but just kind of my MO, method of operation, something people would recognize me. And to me, people close to me obviously recognize the gavel because they've seen it a lot, but people around the world recognize when I'm wearing a fedora. It's not necessarily a fashion statement. You want a fashion statement, what about this? Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I don't even know how that works, but really, it's a fashion statement. Is it going to bring me more friends? Are more people going to respect me because I have this on me? Or are they just going to think I'm wacko when I'm there? Will it help me accomplish my goals, my desires of life? Sometimes we let that fashion or the ego get in our ways of persevering, of breaking away from the crowd and making a difference in our own lives as well as those that really matter. You see, wearing this or a fedora, having a pipe in my mouth or my glasses, well, that's a whole different story. Sometimes I actually want to see. Now, it might be part of our brand per se. A lot of people wear different things for the brand, and that's okay. Sometimes I wear a GI Connection shirt because that is my brand of my nonprofit, GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. If you are a veteran and you haven't some problems just finding a purpose or a hope for your life, reach out to me. Maybe I can help. Maybe I can help. I am retired Air Force veteran, and that is part of my brand also. But when your brand over time doesn't fit you anymore, or your brand over time, maybe even a short time, maybe offends people or pushes them away, you may, now just thinking, you may just want to rethink the whole idea. And what are you trying to accomplish? And I get this from my own niece, and so many younger people say, well, that's just who I am. You have to accept me for who I am. No, I really don't. I might have to respect you, but I don't have to accept you because you're whacked out in my brain or my head. You drink too much, you smoke too much, you fight too much, you overindulge in anything, eat too much. Doesn't mean I have to like you. Well, if you have a good ideas and something you want to share, portray, sure, I'm all ears. I'll listen. Like you say, we have two ears, one mouth, and it tells us we're supposed to listen more than we speak. I can't help it. I'm a speaker. I love doing shows like this. I love interviewing others. I love networking. And finally, I want to make people tick. Well, if you want someone to like you, if you want someone to respect you, you and I have to listen more and listen with an intent to really listen. Hear with the intent to really listen, not just sit back. Sure, okay. You think you were cheating the grocery store? Yeah, yeah, I got you. Happened to me too. People don't really care what's happened to you too. It happened to them. And that's what they want to hear. Okay, I've been cheating the grocery store. I go back and raise hell. I just move on and carry on. And that's a tough one because when we're slighted too often, we do want to rebel. We do want to fight. We do want to say, you Michigan fan, you're going down. Well, now going back to how one brother likes Michigan and I like Ohio State, the other brother, who really knows? But we all agree on the NFL, which kind of is going downhill from some of the reviews the last few years. But our favorite NFL team, you would think it would be the Cleveland Browns or Cincinnati Bengals since we're from Ohio, but no, it's not. Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right, gold and black Pittsburgh Steelers. And I've been to Pittsburgh many times, and my brother, who's a Michigan fan, used to have season tickets to the Pittsburgh Steelers games for many, many years. And that's pretty exciting there. But so we come together in that aspect, not to be necessarily like, but it's something we believe in. It's a vision we have. We grew up when Terry Bradshaw brought in 4 Super Bowl rings and 4 Super Bowl trophies. And later on, Ben was able to bring in a couple more. And it's really a great thing. So it's good. And here in California, the Raiders, of course, Oakland, the Raiders now moved to Vegas, but people are in their mind, you gotta be a Raiders fan, Raiders fan. And of course, we have 49ers and Padres and all the other things in between Chargers, I mean, Chargers NFL. But and you have that, you're proud. Yeah, this is who I am. As long as you don't have a victim mentality, entitlement mentality, that's even worse. And we can all go along. But you say I need to respect you or bow down to you and your stupidity. Yeah, I'm gonna call it stupidity. It ain't gonna happen. I'm getting too damn old to put up with someone's bullshit. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm talking about fitting in. I'm talking about branding yourself. I'm talking about place. What do you stand for? Who do you stand for? Who do you support? And of course, it's election time coming up, and I'm not going to talk so much about how great President Trump was, and I hope he could be a great president again if reelected. And he did get cheated. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But we don't have to hate each other, disrespect one another. Listen to the fact. You and I, at least here in America, we're open to the fact. Unfortunately, we're open to mainstream media also that tends to sway us one way or the other. And sometimes we don't have any control over it because we're not wise. Now, we shut down Facebook for a month. We shut down watching the news for 2 months and only listen to me and these podcasts. You're getting the facts. Or you'll be able to spend more time figuring things out for yourself and asking the right questions. Well, anyways, life's not perfect. Ohio State's not perfect. Steelers aren't perfect. No president, any leader anywhere in the world can be perfect. We all do make mistakes, so we need to beg your forgiveness. I've been leaders in different organizations myself, and I could have done better. We could have, should have, but I can't wallow back in the past. I can just make myself better today and better tomorrow. Yesterday, it's a little bit late, but I can apologize for slighting people or treating or mistreating others or just being downright stupid. And I do apologize because it happens from time to time, but I do mean the best. With all that being said, please subscribe to In the Office with Joseph Skoda. Look me up. And if you're a veteran or you're the Ohio State Buckeye fan, definitely we have a lot in common. If you're Michigan, well, I'll talk to you. It's our football season. Have yourself a great day, everyone. And be safe and be careful. Love and respect each other to the best of your ability. God bless you and God bless this great state of America we have. Bye now. If you liked our show, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or find us on any social media platform, Instagram, of course, Facebook. Like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts and join our team. Anyways, we appreciate you staying tuned week after week, day after day, because we continuously build up our network to bring to you what you're asking for. Have a great day.
The year is 2980, and we now know that death is not the end. A soul can be extracted from the recently deceased and be used to create a blue liquid called essence. It can bring a person back to life.
We'll get her back.
I hope so.
It's an expensive process used by the rich and powerful. The rest, they do what they can to survive.
Stay right there.
You told me you're hiding from some dangerous people.
Let's knock on the door. I spent the last year searching for the Deep Star. A bounty so big that the entire galaxy could be yours.
People have been looking for the Deep Star for years. It can't be found.
It's because they can't find the distress beacon. I know where it is.
If we find the Deep Star, we could get enough credits to bring Mom back.
Blast off.
Guys, we have company.
You can run, but you cannot hide. Prepare for impact.
I am now authorized to take action.
And now you die.
No!
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Las Vegas, here we come!
I can't believe we're all moving to Vegas.
I know, right? It's a dream come true.
Wow, super creepy dude.
Mason, stop. I think he heard you.
What if someone walked up in the back of his Cinema?
She's gone. Someone took her.
Who's that creepy trucker?
What are you doing?
They call me Mother Trucker.